First of all, I'm going to tell you that I'm probably going to read more than ad lib. I'm a writer, I'm not a public speaker. And after I watched my second YouTube video, I wasn't really pleased with myself. I probably should have stuck to the script that I had written because I left out some important things I had wanted to say. What I would like to do today is tell you a little about my book, Sex for Fun. This book is a romantic comedy. It has plenty of sex, but seriously, isn't sex a little bit better with some laughter? My first two books take place mostly in New York City, but this one, I thought I'd change it up a bit. And although it starts and ends in New York City, basically the main part of the story takes place in a town called Pottsville, Pennsylvania, during their Yangling Lager 5K race. I researched the internet when I was looking for a small blue collar town, because I needed a town with high moral values. Because not only did I want my male protagonist to be gorgeous, delicious, and have a strong sexual appeal, but I needed him to have a good core moral value system. In this story, you meet Olivia. We meet her on the day before her 30th birthday, with her life in distress, just after learning that her fiancé has cheated on her. As if turning 30 wasn't enough of a stressor in her life, let's just say her fiancé cheating on her was not needed. Olivia is a beautiful, strong, independent, and caring person. She has the kind of heart in a girl that any mother would love to have her son date. But she has the beauty, the brains, and the body that any guy would love to have by his side. To help her get through this hurtful time in her life, her best friend Jude tries to convince her that what she needs is a one-night stand. Getting back on the horse kind of philosophy. The only thing is that Olivia is not that kind of girl. She's never had a one-night stand. Unlike her friend Jude. The night after the conversation she has with her friend Jude, while jogging in Central Park that morning, Olivia meets a stranger with an amazing physique, delicious smile. A boy next door kind of look, but when you look in his eyes, you know that he's a bad boy, or at least has a bad boy history. Thinking that he's an out-of-town visitor, a businessman visiting her city, Olivia decides to make a date with him. Now, I could go on about the book and tell you more about the story, but I don't want to ruin it for you. But I will say that I'm sure you wouldn't be disappointed if you read this book. It has plenty of steamy sex and also a lot of funny moments. Now, on the subject of a one-night stand, I just want to say this. I'm sure that every girl out there knows someone who has been cheated on. It sucks. And every woman has to deal with the aftermath in their own way so they can heal. Some women will go out drinking with friends on more than one occasion. Others will stay home alone and eat a carton of ice cream while watching the movie The Notebook. Others will stay in bed, covers over their heads, and cry themselves out of their darkness. And some will decide to go out and pick up a guy and have a one-night stand. Just meaningless, casual sex. And since he's a stranger that she would be sure that she would never see again, she might just let herself go and have the best sex of her life. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, that some of you young readers might not think I can relate to you, let me just say this about that. I've been cheated on in 3 of my relationships. The one that still makes me laugh to this day is one that I had when I was in my 20s, and I was dating a carpenter. I learned that he had slept with a girl that I was working with, and I actually found out this information through her. When I looked surprised when she told me that she had slept with my boyfriend, she used the excuse that I didn't know you were exclusive. When I confronted him with the accusation, he totally admitted it. Then after admitting it, he started complaining to me that while he was in her apartment cheating on me, that his van had been broken into and all of his tools had been stolen. As he was a carpenter, this was a serious dilemma for him. You would think that I would be more upset learning his betrayal. Maybe it's my basic personality of being an optimist. Maybe it's because I see the humor in things. Perhaps it was because he was the second guy that I had dated since I had broken up with my husband. But seriously, all I could do was see the humor in it. It was the perfect example of poetic justice. Of course, I broke off with him instantly. But that's when I realized that karma does exist. And it's a bitch. I'll save the other two stories of my betrayal for another video. So ladies, when choosing a man, whether just to date or to be in a relationship with, or a guy for a one-night stand, try to find yourself a gentleman. I read once on the internet, and I can't recall who said it, but it stated, being a male is a matter of birth. Being a man is a matter of age. But being a gentleman is a matter of choice. So here's wishing each woman out there finds the man of her dreams so she can get the love, respect, loyalty, and sex that we all deserve.